Today I'm going to talk about the Gentle Leader head collar. This is a collar for your dog that is going to be a game changer for you to stop your dog pulling. Okay? So I will go through what it is, how to fit it, why it works, and what success I've had. And I will say right from the start that this is a game changer for a dog that pulls. So let's start. The Gentle Leader is a head collar. And a head collar, you can see from the picture on the front of the box that it just goes over their nose, in front of their eyes, behind their mouth, and then there's a piece that goes up behind their ears. All right, you get the Gentle Leader. It's rolled up with an elastic around it. There's a loop that goes around their neck with a clasp. And then there's the other end with a loop for your leash. Trick with this, it's kind of confusing first few times you use it, but the part that hangs down with the loop for the leash, it can actually push up through the little metal piece. So you've almost got a loop in a loop, okay? That inside loop is the one that goes around their muzzle. The one with the clasp is the one that goes around the back of their head. Let's put it on Sam. So, open the clasp. Take that loop that we pulled up through, and it just goes over their nose. Here, bud. Here, bud. Goes over their nose. The clasp comes up high behind their ears. And you want it to be snug. I'm going to say be able to get a finger or two under, but no looser than that. The thing with it is it comes high up, well above the swallowing mechanism. It doesn't stop their breathing. Okay? It's also got a clasp. Lift your head, bud. It's got a little clasp here. And that clasp is to control the tightness of the upper loop. This is quite loose. Right? This can't come right off their nose. In general though, how you want to fit it, and you got to just read the instructions, but the clasp is supposed to be tight enough that this pulls down just to where the fleshy part of their nose starts. Okay, I've got it a bit loose right now, but honestly I never tighten it. So why does it work? It works for two reasons. The first reason is that it turns the dog's head when you pull on the leash. It turns the dog's head away from what is getting them exciting. It turns his head away from what they were looking at. Okay? It is crucial to break their attention from what they're fixated on in order for them to be able to pay attention to you. So, because it pulls their face away from the trigger, that is probably the biggest benefit. Second, it feels different. As soon as you move away from the standard collar to a front pull harness or to a head collar, the dog has part of their brain paying attention to this new sensation. And if we build some habits while that collar's on, while they have that sensation, they will start to associate that sensation with the way that they have to behave. They can bite, they can drink, they can eat, they can do anything they can do when it's not on. From a safety standpoint though, we have to make sure that we're only using this on a regular leash. And the leash attaches to this loop right here. We're only using it on a regular leash because if a dog sprints to the end of a 20-foot long line, it's going to turn their head and you don't want to hurt their neck. So this is made for your regular 6-foot leash. How well does it work? It's a game changer. If your dog's pulling, if simple leash corrections and treats don't get your dog walking the way you would like them to, and they're still pulling, then just go to this. It's worth the battle. So at first they're not going to like it. Who wants something on their face? My rule for putting them on is just get them on the dog, and what we don't want is we don't want them clawing at it with their claws, because we don't want them to scratch their faces. So you just pull up on the leash when that happens so that they can't get their paws at it, but just stay the course. It's worth the fight. If I had to give advice to myself 20 years ago when I started training dogs, it would be that if this style of collar hadn't been invented, that I invented myself, because for people who have big dogs, for people who are maybe not as strong, this is a game changer. This is 80% less pull, maybe more. This is your dog paying attention to you a lot more. Hey, bud. It's just so worth it. I wouldn't hesitate.